it's Alicia.
And Jarrett.
And it has been just over a month since the last one of these that we did. I don't even know what week we're on right now, to be honest. I'll have to check that and add that to the screen. Well, it'll be in the title too, but not sure what week we're on. But the last time we saw you was, well, the last time we filmed was June 29th. It is now July 31st. So, like I said, over a month. We have been home for, what, not quite a week today?
It'll be a week tomorrow.
Yeah. So we went on our cross-country trip, and we've been home for almost a week. We weighed for the first time officially today, and so we're going to show those weights and kind of show you how our trip affected our weight. Now, we had talked about weighing in while we were over in Montana. I forgot the scale, so we didn't do that. But yeah, this is going to be our official weigh-in post-trip. So for me, the trip was pretty bad overall as far as eating. The 4 days over driving, I did actually pretty good. And I think I might have done okay for the first few days, but after that, it was pretty bad. And I'm not even sure exactly where everything went off the rails. Maybe Dairy Queen? I don't know.
No, we had talked about the day we hit the deer. It was the start of it.
Oh, for you? Was that for me too then?
Well, that's what you'd say.
Okay. So yeah, on the last day of travel, we hit a deer. And I think that's kind of what set us both off on the eating and, you know, in the wrong direction, I should say. But yeah, it was pretty much bad the whole time we were there until I think the last few days for me, I had realized that it, you know, well, I just felt awful, to be honest. And so it's like, I need to get this back on track. So I started trying the last few days that I was there, and then the trip back, the 4 days driving back, I did pretty good too. And I've done pretty well this last week also. Just because, like I said, I just got to the point when I was over there, I just felt gross because of the way I was eating. I mean, there was Dairy Queen, there was Burger King, there was, what else was there?
Cookies.
Lots and lots of cookies. We also did Domino's Pizza, which I was shocked at how good Domino's Pizza was. I haven't had Domino's Pizza in years. You too, right? It was pretty good. So lots of bad, good tasting food. But yeah, I've been trying to rein it in for a little bit now, probably close to 2 weeks. As far as my intermittent fasting, that was fine. I've done that for almost 2.5 years now. That's just habit now for me. I think I had a couple days traveling where I ate a little early, but you're going through how many different time changes did we go through? 2. And then with Idaho was 3. Yeah. So multiple time changes. It kind of messed me up on staying on intermittent fasting a little bit during traveling, but while I was there, I did really well. Exercise, I did really well. In fact, I did probably way better with exercise there than I do here. I did a lot of walking. It's gorgeous in Montana, so it was easy to walk for miles and miles. So the exercise, intermittent fasting, and water all went pretty well. Well, no, water didn't go that great for me. Some of the time it did. Just the eating was really bad. But that's about all I've got, I think.
So you guys will see here in a minute that I did much worse. And I definitely started eating poorly, worse than you did the day we hit the deer.
Yeah. That was stressful though.
Yeah, and I can't remember what we've mentioned on what video, but we were over there because I lost my brother.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that I know it's common for a lot of people, but very much common for me. When I get stressed out, I want to eat, I turn to food. So I was battling that. And I know I've said these in these videos. My keys to success are I don't drink soda because it does trigger, diet soda, because it does trigger your sugar response and it does expand your stomach with the carbonation. But when we travel, we drink a lot of soda. It's actually one of the for lack of a better term, fun things we do when we travel is we stop at
Gas
trucks
stations,
and get
yeah.
soda, which is, we're simple people.
We are.
And so I had the soda against me, the stress of my loss against me, the stress of the deer against me. And I just use that as an excuse to completely, and I mean completely, stop eating healthy. So it was, I think it was the day we got there, the day after, I discovered the cookies in my mother's freezer
From the funeral,
that
right?
were left over from the funeral. So we're talking, trays of Costco, I assume Costco,
Yeah, probably.
cookies. There was two trays and a Tupperware thing of these cookies, and I destroyed them in a day and a half, 2 days, no more than 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm actually lucky. I guess I'm not diabetic.
Yeah, well, you might be now after that.
And so that was the most egregious thing. But what that did is it set me up for wanting sugar and cookies. Mm-hmm. And so there's a gas station there in town that has probably the best cookies I've ever had.
Except for mine, of course.
Except for yours, yeah.
They're pretty darn good.
And so I went there a lot after the cookies were gone to continue that. Dairy Queen is another thing we do when we're there for fun as part of the vacation, though it wasn't a vacation.
No, and I want to just jump in there and say that this was not a vacation. I think that's part of it. We didn't take this trip as a vacation. It was definitely, it was an emotional thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. I mean, there was fun parts.
Yeah, we did get to vacation some, which I really appreciate that we had that opportunity, but that's not what we were there for.
No, we were there to be a support to your mom emotionally, physically, whatever she needed to have done, that kind of thing. So it wasn't, I don't know how to explain. The vibe of it wasn't necessarily fun vacation time. It was, we were there, just trying to be there for his mom. So a lot of emotional stuff there.
And so then, so I'm totally off the rails. We did a lot of physical work that the stuff I was able to do. And it's like, well, let's just go eat. So we had Mexican food.
Oh, I forgot about the Mexican.
Well, twice.
Okay, jeez.
So one was a non-traditional Mexican that I enjoyed, but it didn't fit that we want Mexican like we have out west, because out east, Mexican's not Mexican food.
No, Mexican food is totally different here than it is back west. And so I wanted the back west Mexican food that I'm used to. And so, yeah, we did go twice.
So twice. The first time was good food, but not what we wanted. And the second time was what we wanted.
Yeah.
And then the trip back was just more of the same. And so we found Tillamook jerky and smoked sausage. And of course, my wife's a Tillamook nut. It's good though. I don't blame you.
Now, to be fair, the jerky, if you have a serving, is very Weight Watcher friendly.
Well, to be fair, if I had a serving of the sausages, it would have been Weight Watcher serving. I had the whole bag of sausages.
Yeah, you did.
I could.
The thought of sausages right now.
Anyways, so.
They were good though.
A huge bag of smoked almonds, and almonds aren't bad for you, but when you eat, 15 servings in a day, so you're starting to get the picture, I'm sure. And then the last morning of travel, we blew a tire on the travel trailer. We have a video on that.
Yes, I'll link that video up. That was a fun time too.
And so, that caused a lot of damage, at least more than I had ever expected it to. So now I'm dealing with that. So I've got the stress of that I got to deal with. I have to go back to work, and that's an adjustment. And so again, my body's been full of sugar and caffeine, and it just wants to continue down that path. So I've really been struggling. I didn't exercise but once, I think, while we were there, other than the physical labor that I did.
No, that's not true. You went on a couple walks, and then we went on the hike.
Yeah. So really just awful. I've basically not been.
You've basically not been dieting.
Dieting. I haven't been doing Weight Watchers. Of course, I wasn't doing my points. And I've said this before. If I'd have been tracking my points, that may have been enough to at least stem the tide, but I wasn't.
Can you imagine if we, that actually, I was thinking that would have been interesting to track points on one of these days where we were.
The cookie days.
The cookie day. Oh my gosh, you would have broke the app, I think, on that day.
So anyway, it's been atrocious. This last week, I've cut back just because we haven't had the opportunity for me to, we don't have trays of cookies. But I haven't been doing good here. So this is my restart day. Weighed in this morning for this video. Have shared with you how awful I've been. So I'm hoping that this will be my reset day and I can get back on track.
Okay. Well, I will jump in here and show our weights, starting with mine. Okay, as you can see there, I am at 132.6.
Oh, you gained so much. Oh, you were so awful.
And on June 29th, I was 131, so I've gained 1.6 pounds.
Oh, you're such a fatty.
So, yeah, I will absolutely
I'm so ashamed of you.
Take that
Disappointed.
all day long, because again, the beginning was good, the end was good, the middle was just horrendous, and we're talking what? I would say a good 2-3 weeks?
I would say 3 weeks of really bad eating.
Yeah. It's hard for me to know exactly, because like I said, my beginning was good and my end was good, but it was a lot of bad in there between.
Well, so 2 weeks, yeah.
So yeah, probably 2 weeks of solid, just pretty much not dieting at all, to be completely honest. So I will definitely take that all day long.
Yeah.
Oh, and out of irony here, I wanted to show you guys the Weight Watcher urine inspiration.
Bobble.
Because I got this before I went on this trip, and it is the congratulations, you've reached your goal. So when you reach your goal on Weight Watchers, they send you one of these little guys, and that's what it looks like. I think I'm actually technically still at my goal.
Would you just stop? I think it's funny how you're like, oh, we did so poorly, and I was like, oh, I gained half a pound. Is it my turn?
Anyway, some little irony for you there. Reached my goal a while ago. Okay, you're up.
Go. Why didn't you pour salt in it?
I'm sorry. That was bad timing for that, I guess. I wanted to show that though. I forgot to show it last time. So they know what it looks like.
You know what? Go get me a tray of cookies, please.
Okay, I'll go make you some. How about that?
Okay.
Even better.
So you're putting my weight up now? So 268.8. Last time you saw me, I was 259.2. So that's a gain of 9.6 pounds. Could it be worse? Yeah, probably not by a whole lot. I mean, I don't know how much weight the human body can gain. I mean, I think maybe if I was eating lard all day, every day, I would have been
Probably not,
heavier.
because that'd be keto friendly.
Well, that's true.
So you'd probably be losing weight if you did that.
Yeah. I mean, the last time you saw me though, it was an uptick in weight then too, because I think we had announced that I had lost somebody.
Yes, we both gained weight in the last one.
Yeah. So, the time before when I had lost was 254, so that's over 10 pounds. But it is, it is what it is. I can either wallow in it or use it to motivate me. So, hopefully it's the latter and not the former.
Yeah. Okay. That it?
I think so.
All right.
Unless you want to, get in another jab.
I'm so sorry. That was not intended in that way. We're just gonna move past that.
Oh. No, we won't.
I'm gonna move past that. You're not. All right, guys. That was our, I guess, month update. We will go back to doing, what were we doing? I don't even remember. Every 2 weeks?
Yeah.
We'll go back to every 2 weeks after this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.